the special advisor to the president on entertainment economy. And it was at that time, during the transition committee, that the president had a vision of creating something, a standalone ministry for the creative industry. The future of Nigeria has to speak something different. We cannot, as a nation, continue to do things the way that we were doing it before, because it's not something that is long-term sustainable, it's not something that really works for the future benefit of a very young demographic in Nigeria. Of course, 80% of Nigerians, I think, are under 18 years old. So the president created a standalone ministry, the first of its kind, the Ministry of Art, Culture and the Creative Economy, whereby he wanted us to have a very sort of intricate look at the creative economy and to see how best we can offer some sort of succor and some sort of a future for Nigerians. So what I did coming on board at that time when he nominated me as a minister, what I did was looked at other countries, benchmark countries such as South Korea, what they were able to do in their creative economy. And of course, other countries like Brazil, what they have done, and many European countries, what they have done with their cultural industry, to see how we can put a robust and very sort of fortified framework in place that is going to work for Nigeria. They talk about Nigeria being the best of the creative economy, and seriously, we really are. Apart from the fact that we have the best jollof in all of Africa, we do also have the best music, Afrobeats, of course the Nollywood, second largest film industry in the world. But this industry was really harnessed by the creatives on their own. It is the creators who were able to grow the industry organically. And government had never really come into fore to offer the right framework. So you can only imagine what we would have done as a nation had government been there in the first place. So coming and looking at the fact that we needed things like policy, intellectual property policy, infrastructure, the fact that we still don't have an arena where I'm really pushing for that arena in Lagos. We talk about Afrobeats, no arena in Nigeria. And of course, when he expanded my portfolio to include tourism, which at the time I thought, Mr. President, it is a lot already, but when he expanded it, I understood why he did that. We want to use Nigerian content, talent and creativity to project Nigeria internationally, because that is the soft power that we have. We want to use our ability to tell our stories ourselves, grab that narrative, and we can do that by using that industry that has the imagination of the world. What Chioma has done with Afrif in the last 13, now 14 years, is been able to give a platform to an industry and to a sector of an industry that really has a great power of resonance. Everywhere you go in the world, people watch Nigerian movies, and now we have some of the best actors in the international community. Of course, Mr. David Oyedewo, who is one of the best actors, and I just know that he's going to bring that Oscar back home one day very, very soon. So having this wonderful platform that will allow us to look at the quality as opposed to the quantity, to make the convergence whereby we can bring all content and products within the industry onto this platform and showcase it and allow us to build Nigeria as the cultural and creative hub of the world is something that is really going to open up a plethora of benefits for Nigeria. They talk about insecurity. Yes, there is insecurity in Nigeria, even though it has been defined in a way that it is not a reflection of what it is. But that insecurity is because there are young people that do not have jobs. So it is within this sector, and I've spoken directly with Chioma, and we have done a number of handshakes and a number of projects that we're working on to see how we can absorb as many young people within the job market in the creative industry, the one that has the ability to resonate in every single nook of cranny in Nigeria. We have done a very important project in our ministry, which is a data mapping project, you know, working with blindly has always been one of our detriments, I think, in Nigeria. So we just recently completed a data mapping project that is able to give us very arithmetic clarity as to how we can absorb at least 2.57 million jobs into the job market by 2030 and to expand the economy by $100 billion. I have promised the President that even though he thought it was rather ambitious, but I think we can do it by putting up the frameworks, the policies, the incentives, given the incentive policy. We're working on an incentive policy that will attract filmmakers to come into Nigeria to create films, and then funding. Funding is so important. We're working again with the private sector, with banking institutions, to make sure that we bring funding so that we can inject funding into the industry. So again, there's a lot that I can say. I think, like I always say, if you give a woman a microphone before midnight, she can be slightly long-winded. So because I'm talking on behalf of my boss, His Excellency, the Vice President, Senator Kashin Shettima, I will just want to thank you, Chioma, for what you have done, and to thank all the creators. I'm telling you, Lagos is the flavor of the world. I mean, we are going to welcome the whole world into Nigeria in the next month. And we at the federal level are working to see how we can do handshakes with the Lagos government and with industry players to ensure that we bring the global community into Nigeria, into Lagos safely. We bring them, let them have the experience, let them know who we are as a people, through the eyes and the energy of our creative industry. And we're working on ensuring that we continue to build on this great leverage platform that has been created in Lagos State and in the creative economy, so that we can build and build and build to add to the greatness of Nigeria. Chioma, I think maybe very soon we will, the market that we're working on directly, we have signed MOUs with SOUP, and every single thing that we're doing as a ministry, under the command of Mr. President, is to ensure that we inculcate the private sector. So government is there just to support, and then to hand it over to the private sector for long-term sustainability. So again, thank you for having me here. Onward, bigger and better. So now that I've spoken to the Vice President, if you may, I would like to invite Chioma on stage, now in my personal capacity, and I call her the Barbie doll of Nigeria, only because she looks like the Barbie doll of Nigeria. And I wanted to present something to her. Like I said, this one is in my own personal capacity.
I will tell you something about being there. That powerful state of mind when you used to go.
So, one thing that I'm actually not only a minister, I do art for a hobby. So I draw a lot, and I just draw because it makes me happy. And I draw people that I like because that makes me really happy. And just recently, I did a piece for you. I did an art piece for you, and I can tell you, I swear, I kid you not, this perhaps is the easiest photo that I've ever drawn, because it was, you know, it came from a lot of love, and I just wish you bigger and better things, John. So yeah, you can. It's not completed, but we will work with this. To the woman with a golden, pure heart and a beautiful soul, and someone that has Nigeria in her. This is from me to you, and I hope that you enjoy it as much as I enjoy drawing
I'm always lost for words, so this is even worse. I'd like to say thank you so much to Honorable Minister. She's more than a friend. She's a friend to all. Thank you. Thank you so much.
For those of you who didn't hear, the minister actually did this herself. Show it. Our minister is an artist. You even drew, it's almost the dress she's wearing you actually drew. They are not seeing it. Let me show you. Look at it. Beautiful. Please let's put our hands together for Honorable Minister Hannatu Musawa. Honorable Minister, I'm having my show in Abuja next month. You are cordially invited. You're in Lagos next month. It's December 18. Just clear your calendar, right? You know you support the arts a lot. Yes. I don't know if you will have time to draw me between now. December 18. Please let's put our hands together one more time.
We sure hope you enjoyed this video. For more entertaining video content such as behind the scenes of music videos and movies, music concerts, premieres, interviews, and exclusive gists, subscribe now to our YouTube channel Goldmynetv and be unleashed into a world of super excitement.